Hello again. I'm out here today because I'm going to bring you another part to my cup cooking series on wood fires. And Bushcraft and I are doing a series of videos, some on his channel, some on mine, of different types of meals you can make just with a cup. I use Canteen cup. You know, he used a Canteen cup in his latest video, but just like a 2-cup or 3-cup, container. So it's lightweight, and you don't need a multiple set of pots. Now I have East German mess kit that I use all the time. I mean, I take it with me and such, but you don't need it. We're just going to bring to you guys a few different meals that you can use just with a small cup pot. I'm using my Canteen cup, like I said. And we wanted to bring this to you guys just to give you different options. And, different recipes you can take out and prepare in the bush. So I'm going to get a fire going. The mosquitoes are bad here. I've already sprayed myself with insect repellent, and they're still eating me right through my shirt. And I'm going to start a fire, and that should get rid of most of them, probably all of them. And I'll get back to you guys. This is what I brought today for my meal. I'm going to make a beef vegetable soup. And I just went, this here is the beef that I got. I just got it in a Ziploc bag. It's still cool. You don't want to travel all day with this in your pack and then try to eat it. If you wrap it in one of those like freezer blocks or whatever that you put in your freezer, blue ones, wrap that up, wrap it up in a shirt, you can put it in your pack and it will stay for a day, no problem. This here is a little turnip. I've got a potato. Plane just flew by. And in here I have a few green beans. I got one green onion, and I got a couple yellow beans. I'm going to chop those up. And I've got some corn. And I'm going to put all this in my pot. I've got to chop it up and prepare it and get that going. So what I'm going to use for a cutting board, I'll show you over here. Right here, the top of that fallen tree is going to be my cutting board. Now, I don't know if I can position you guys here so you can watch me do some of that or not. We'll see. And we'll break this branch out of the way. I'll take out my Canteen cup. Everybody don't pack this meal in, and so on. But it's an option. Here's my Canteen cup again and all my setup. So we'll take the stove off. I have my other stove in here. Right there. I've got the lid, and this is my Canteen cup. So what I'm going to do is I'll start preparing some of this now on here, and then I'll turn you guys off and I'll finish preparing it. So I'm going to start with these. I'll put my Canteen cup there. This isn't too bad. I'm going to put a piece of birch bark over top of it, so I don't have little pieces of wood all through it. I'm going to use my dacite knife These string beans here, snap beans you can call them also, but I'm just gonna well, no, I'll cut those up because just as easy. The key is to this is to cut everything fairly small so it cooks quicker. Because you guys know yourself that cooking a potato can take half an hour. Well, you cut it into little tiny pieces, you know, 3/4 of an inch square, it only take 10-15 minutes. So that's the thing right there. But I'm going to get this cut up and I'll show it to you after I get it cut up. But as you can see, I'll bring this over. I'm just cutting it up and so on. And I'll just keep grabbing bark as I need it off the tree so I don't get little pieces of wood and stuff in my meal. So I'll turn you back on in a few. Some of this stuff is going to be left for the squirrels and rabbits, apparently. The peelings and so on. It is. Everything's in the pot now besides the meat. I have to cut the meat up. Okay, now to cut up this beef. I got another piece of birch bark, as you can see, and this is totally clean inside here. So that's why I got it. Now, this here I'm going to cut into fairly small pieces. I suggest you guys that make the flint knives and such, go out and put them to the test. This is awesome, as you can see. Look how easy that cuts at. You know, it's amazing. I love it. This is the neck knife that I use. I brought my ulu also, but I don't think I'll need it. I was going to use that as well, but I don't need it. Not sure I'm going to be able to cook all this in this, so what I might do is throw it right on top of the coals. I actually seen Bushcraft Barton's, I believe his name is. He just took a steak and threw it right on the coals and tried cooking it that way. I may try that with the rest of this here because I got plenty of meat in that now, guys. This here makes a great cutting table. Look around, say, ha, you know, see what you can use. Perfect. Well, here it is, guys. It's all in here. I'll pour some water in that, set it up on the stove. I'll get back to you. Well, that's what I've got going on. I put the water in here, so, and I've got the fire going. I'll just keep building that up and around. And I've got my handle out this way. I'll put my top back on, and I just threw that right on top of those sticks. So we'll see how it cooks. It should have actually been right on top of all hot coals, because it's not going to cook evenly, so I have to move it around. But there she is. That's working pretty good. We have a couple bubbles. That's going to have to cook a long time. That's the good thing about a wood stove or a wood fire and pot like this, is that it will burn as long as you keep adding fuel. You know, this here can boil 2 hours if I want it to. You know, it's all according on how much fire or wood I keep putting to it. I'm going to cook this up like this, and when it's all done, I'll show you what the results. Well, it's all done. We'll give this a cut test and see how it cooked. Well, a lot of people like their meat rare. I like mine well done. Look at that. That's well done. And any little tiny piece of ash or anything on it, you can wipe right off, because the oil start coming out of the meat, and it actually you know, makes a layer, so the ash comes right off. This is a really cool way to cook meat. Cooked all the way through, so you can see again. Very tasty. I'm going to eat up, and I'm going to show you how this is coming along. Starting to heat up there. We'll just keep her going. That's the thing. You don't have to hurry this stuff. And it'll take its good old time and cook up. But that will be some tasty when she's all done. It's up to a boil now. You don't want this boiling over. So you can just move it back a little bit. Yeah, I just got a text. But you can maintain your, you know, the heat which your pot gets by the amount of flame and you know, how close you are to the flame and all that. So it's pretty manageable. I'm gonna move that back right now. So, ooh, that's rather hot. It don't boil over. I'll leave that off for a second. I'll just leave the cover off so it won't boil over. I'll keep stirring it. Let that burn down some. Can't move that right now, so I'm gonna walk over here, grab a stick, and I'm gonna push this fire back a little bit so it's not getting as much flame. There we go. like I said, you can adjust your heat, and we just did. I'll let that boil, and I'll cut you guys back on in a bit. Well, I'm just waiting for the turnip, potatoes, and carrots to cook now. Once they're cooked, it's done. Everything else will be cooked. That takes the longest to cook, so you just wait until those are cooked to the right consistency, and your soup is finished. So I'm just have this basically on a simmer right now. Fire's going along, and it's just gently boiling there. Okay, she's all finished. You can see this here, potatoes are done really well. Meat's done really well. So what I have in here, I have carrots, potatoes, turnip, beef, green beans, yellow beans, green onion, and corn. This is going to be really good. The broth, tastes very good. So I already tasted some of the onion. It's a good soup, and you know, for a day hike or whatever, these vegetables would easily, you know, stay in a pack. If, you know, you could just leave skin on or whatever, you could throw a raw potato in your pack. That lasts a couple days before it went back. I wouldn't leave it right directly in the sun, but you know what I mean. Same thing as a carrot, turnip, green beans, any one of those besides the meat. The meat you would have to put, you know, something cold around it to keep it cold. You have to keep it cold or cool, otherwise it will go bad. And that's a quick meal. I'm just gonna let that cool off and the fire go out, and then I'm gonna eat up. I guess that concludes the cooking part for today. I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys, and that's really good eating, and it's a hearty meal out on the trail. Drop by Oshawabushcraft, and he has a lot of good stuff on his channel, and I think you would enjoy it. You know, so I'm just letting that cool down still. I haven't eaten it. You know, I've taken a couple pieces. It's really good. But I'm going to sign off now, and I'll see you guys around. I'll see you on YouTube. So, bye for now.